Questions for reflection. The door of faith is always open for us, ushering us into the life of communion with God and offering entry into His church. With these words, taken from an apostolic letter he wrote entitled The Door of Faith, Pope Benedict XVI welcomed a year of faith in 2011. He referenced the missionary journey of Paul and Barnabas to the Gentiles at the beginning of the first millennium of Christianity. Upon their return, they called the church together and reported what God had done with them and how He had opened the door of faith. That same door of faith is opening for you and me. The disciples Jesus has called on mission to the world of the third millennium of Christianity. However, we need to knock, enter in, and learn to live in the house. The image of the door invites us to reflect on the invitation we each were given when we entered into the church through the waters of the second womb of baptism. Faith is a verb, a call to dynamic participation in the life of God, a call to be a part of His ongoing loving plan for the whole world as it continues through the risen Christ, who walks with us now in His body, the church, of which we are members. This call engages our freedom. We must choose to knock, to enter into the house, and then learn to live there. Jesus gives us the example of knocking on the door of the house of a friend in which the owner acts because of persistence. He then explains the relational context behind our own persistence in prayer. We are sons and daughters of His Father and our Father. And that's from John 20. Have we entered through the door of faith? In our responsorial psalm, we can join with David and cry out, "All your creatures shall thank you, Yahweh, and all your faithful shall bless you. They shall speak of the glory of your kingship and tell of your might, making known your mighty deeds to the children of Adam, the glory and majesty of your kingship." Do we speak of the glory of His kingship? Do we make known His mighty deeds? The Lord has moved in each of our lives. Stop for a moment today and reflect on those times when you have experienced answered prayer. When have you encountered the Lord powerfully moving in your life? If you have, share it. Give it away to others. Keep the song of the psalmist alive today. If you have not, today is the day. Just turn to Him and ask Him. The gospel text appointed for today follows immediately after Jesus promises to send the Holy Spirit. Jesus promises His disciples, and remember that includes you and me, peace. But He explains that it is a peace the world cannot give. It's not an absence of conflict or struggle. That's a part of the life of discipleship. Rather, it's a relationship with Him which enables us to remain, even in the midst of struggle, serene and filled with living faith. We need more and more of the Holy Spirit. Let's be honest. Life is often difficult, painful, and filled with obstacles. Yes, even when you are praying, being as faithful as you can be, cooperating with grace, and really trying to believe in the Lord and all that He teaches through His church. Pain, failure, opposition, hardship, struggle, disappointment, all just seem to be a part of the program. The saints of old, such as St. Paul, grew so accustomed to difficulties they began to boast of them. The question that we should ask ourselves when we face struggle, difficulty, failure, disappointment, and the frequent pain of real life is, how do we respond to the invitation that they offer to us? Every difficulty, struggle, and experience of opposition or pain can become an invitation to exercise our freedom, informed by our faith, to truly believe in and embrace the loving plan of God. To the man or woman who sincerely committed to following the Lord, embracing these experiences in the surrender of authentic discipleship can pave the path to holiness, form the raw material for continued conversion, and equip him or her more fully for the work of the gospel. It is not the difficulties, struggles, and hardships which lessen in life as we age. Rather, they just change the complexion. We change in and through them. They can become the vehicle for some of the greatest growth in our relationship with the Lord. What had been intended for our demise can even become the path to our restoration. Let's hear the promise of Jesus today. He is the Prince of Peace. He offers us this kind of peace. Not only is it true that this world cannot offer such a fruit of the Spirit, but it's also true that when it is cultivated in our life, as we cooperate with the Holy Spirit, this world cannot take it away.